Well, now, what's up, world? Back with another one, man. And I was going to cover something else, but I'm going to tie it all in together. But this is just the necessity as if you're on this path of, progression holistically, financially, spiritually, mentally, wisdom, knowledge, experiences. You're going to, by default, you're going to have to, if they aren't growing at their own rate along the journey with you, you're going to have to leave them in the dust. Not even that you make the conscious decision to do so, but you'll see the necessity that as you continue to, like I always use the phone analogy, you gotta keep updating your phone, or else it'll be obsolete. But as you know, you try to find the lessons in various situations you find yourself in to just become a better, more well-rounded human being. If those around you aren't embarking on a similar path in their own way or growing at their own rate, um, there, there's going to be a pulling apart of the friendship. Or let's say you're growing and they still the same, a familiar face will start to look unrecognizable to you. The substance of the conversations won't be the same. Case in point, and I'm gonna tie this all together, even into the new breed Ringo thingy thing. I find that to be a very like we can learn a lot from the situation. You know what I'm saying? So of course, as many of y'all know, like I was in treatment for a long time, off and on, before I finally got the ball rolling. By just accepting the reality of what it was and then working every day to better myself. With no guarantee that anything I put my hand to is going to work. However, it was building character. It was building resiliency. It was building counter tactics. You know what I'm saying? Like I told y'all when I was in Baltimore, it's like, aggressive city or whatever. But I can't afford to get aggressive with folk because of my situation. Not like I can't win or I'm scared, but it will divert me from my primary purpose. So I started using the counterattack that worked. Me and brother get into it. I ain't did nothing to him. He just putting his energy on me. I said, man, Martin Luther King don't want this for us, cuz, man, bring it in, bro. And I'll open up on him like his head. They would actually back up. Now, if I put my hands up in the fighting stance, they come forward. But when I came in love, they backed up. They wasn't used to that. I said, oh, I done got him now. They start fooling with me. You know what I'm saying? That's the necessity of not allowing people, place, or things to change your vibration or your, you know what I'm saying? And I've suffered from severe depression. That's why I started learning how to find humor in just life circumstances, situations as a counter tactic. Because I got tired of stuff imposing itself on me. It's about time I start countering with the jab here and backing this up off me. You know what I'm saying? Or just having a decent attitude. Just little stuff, right? But I was just thinking because I had a partner of mine that I was in, this is my right hand man, DC Moe. You know what I'm saying? And I met him through another partner of mine that I knew previously from Chicago. They had came in together. I might have been like a month or two ahead of them. But it's a year-long program. So we basically in the same classes, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. So this is my right-hand man. And I seen a lot of how I used to be in him. So I felt the need, and then he's around my partner, so me and him developed a friendship. And I feel the need, and certain things he would express to me, I'd either previously dealt with, or this is what I use to kind of overcome it, get over it, da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? So I was giving him tangible solutions, and he stuck to me because I don't know if many of y'all know this, but when DC guys are in Baltimore, it's like a foreign country to them. There's that antagonistic kind of thingy thing or whatever. So and I've been here a couple times, so I kind of know how to navigate the terrain. You know what I'm saying? What not to pay attention to, what to pay attention to. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just dropping these little jewels that I know to be true. Along this journey, as we progress in the program, I face various just circumstances. You know what I'm saying? And because he was right there with me, he seen me effectively problem solve. He seen me, you know what I'm saying, conflict resolve. He seen me stay focused. He seen me not feed into bullshit. He seen me on my own campaign. He seen me practice time management. You see what I'm saying? And I'm thinking, I ain't on, jockey ride nobody. But if I see some positive attributes in the next brother, I'm going to add it to my campaign. That's what a wise man would do. But I'm bringing this up because yesterday, now Manja had to cut him off, and I'll get to as to why. But I haven't talked to him in over a year. He actually had the audacity to send me a cash app request. I blocked him on like my phone, social media, and all that. I forgot about Cash App. After not talking to this man for a year, you realize he had the audacity to request $50 from me through Cash App. So I just blocked him again. But it alluded to the reason as to why I blocked him. So let me proceed on in the story. So I graduate, mind you. Previous to this trip, I couldn't get past 6 months to save my life. So I actually got a year now. You know what I'm saying? Faced numerous, things like delays in my plan, extended frustration, things of that nature. But once I got through, it's no longer an issue. So what was happening? Oh, so in the meantime, between time, I got some search related to industries that I thought would be viable moving forward in the future. Trying to plan out my life again. So first I went for a job training to get down to the port, but this is when they had all them port issues. So that don't work. I'm used to stuff not working. Next, so then I get into a training, and that end up getting me a whole lot of utility-related search, figuring that's pertinent to society, the functionality of life. So I want to understand how energy works, distributed, whoop, 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 and I can get in where I fit in. The only thing holding me back, I didn't have a license. And then the job I was going for that I waited out on, it was just wild. Like it kind of fell apart. Like I had to get shots, which I'm not getting no shots. And then I'm so disappointed. I hop back on the bus to go back to to the recovery center, and then I leave my phone on silent, kind of like all that ringing and banging. And they calls me 5 minutes later talking about the mandatory shots that are industry standard are no longer such. But by this time, I'm back on the bus and I don't feel like hopping back off. So now, I'm just trying to get jobs. I get jobs, I don't want it. It's not really, I'm not feeling it. So I'm like, well, maybe this is all maybe I learned all my lessons. Maybe it's time to take the skills I got in my back pocket and take it somewhere else. Since my move and I'm trying to force it in somewhere. So I said, well, okay, problem solving. How do I leave Baltimore City with, at this point, 13 months clean and, have a roof over my head? How do I do that with little to no money? Think about it for a second. You got sober living homes here in Maryland. They got like little 2-month funding. You can stay there for free and then you start paying rent, whatever. So I goes back down back on my side of the state that's closer to the beach. Get there, end up getting a job. I Googled the job. The job is actually a 45-minute bike ride from where I'm at. Needless to say, the kid was pulling up there at 8 o'clock in the morning, 45 minutes early, already having rode 45 minutes on a bicycle. I'm about my action, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no time for crying and complaining. And I thought about it, man, this sucks, whatever. But then I'm like, I gotta be thankful for the opportunity, you know what I'm saying? So I had to change my little attitude, because ain't nothing about my life been easy. But like I said, create a character. So I do all that, get my sweet potatoes up, start working on child support, you know what I'm saying? Putting a little sweet potatoes to the side. So much so I think I was there about 2 months. And in 2 months, they wanted to promote me to the assistant inventory manager. Titles. Y'all know I don't get off on titles. So when I weighed it up on the scale, I think they would have gave me $1 raise to assume more responsibility. When I weighed it up on the scale, I'm like, it don't suffice. I'd rather stay where I'm at and make $1 less. You know what I'm saying? But so magically, because my spidey sense was, I can't really tell you, explain it to you, but I felt led to not go back to work. So I don't go back to work. So now I'm riding a bike on, through the back roads to the community college with these certs I got to see if the college can, point me in the right direction as far as where I can utilize these certs. Can't really get a bead on it, whatever. So now I'm at the end of my rope. Funding ran out. They said I owe them some money. I just paid them for GP, you know what I'm saying? I really don't know what I'm gonna do. But typically, once I'm at the end of my rope, that's when the breakthrough happened. So a financial situation that I was working on while I was in treatment that they would have stole from me, and I was wondering why I was getting delayed, all that hit, and then I got a job working in a recovery center that I previously put in an application for a janitor, and come to find that I knew the people from a previous rehab stint during COVID. Table set, clear up child support, sweet potatoes on deck, I'm blessing mama, you know what I'm saying? Now I can run the plays I've been wanting to run. I just didn't know how I was gonna run it. So of course during this time period, I'm still hollering at my mans and them, who's still back in Baltimore. And he graduates at this point, you know what I mean? But he always used to it was hard for him to keep the focus. Like he was always easily distracted, or always got something to say about how the next man do something. But you do the most nothing other than run your mouth, which I come to discover later on was more of covert narcissism, playing the blame game, always throwing a pity party. So during this time period, he tells me he got a play. He got a new job working like for John Hopkins, and whereas though if he produced 2 checks, a homeless shelter was gonna like funnel him to his own, like his own apartment. So I'm like, yo, that's what's up, kid. Now, Marge, I want to see the man shine. He used to talk about all day long, man need his own, man do this, man do that, even though I haven't seen him do none of it other than speak it, right? So I'm like, all right, bet, cuz, that's what's up. So time proceed on. We're conversing amongst each other for, day to day, but I'm noticing he's still at the spot. But I noticed while he was still at the spot, he stopped complaining about the spot. Because once he said something about the food or whatever else he used to complain about, I'm like, well, cuz, why are you still there? I thought you said you had to move to get out to the county and get your own spot. So again, as the time proceeds on, and then he would make statements about, like, you got them scooters you ride around, you know what I'm saying? So he would talk about guys getting on a scooter, riding around a recovery center, da-da-da, they this, they that. I'm like, okay, whatever. He does it and mess around and breaks his foot and is out of commission. So I find that very ironic. The very thing you used to condemn people about is the very thing that happened to you, which is going to happen to Ringo. But I digress. Anyway, so, this bad spot. The homies ain't really fucking with him, but they ain't fucking with him because they know they've been talking about him. You know what I'm saying? So when I got time, you know what I'm saying? Like, Miles might have to do something. I ride over there, try to visit him. I'm sending him a little bread. Just try to keep the brother encouraged. You know what I'm saying? He's in some bad spots here. Can't move around, can't do this, can't do that. So I'm like, yo, basically, I'm like, okay, it's bad, but you still need to be solution oriented. Okay, my foot bad, whatever. But you can still make a little bit of money off your phone if you know how to ask your phone the right questions and research information, like I did. The whole time I was in Baltimore, I was never broke, but I never had a job. You see what I'm saying? Because I knew how to, do little surveys off my phone, or I go down to Hopkins and do these little tests that don't require me getting zapped up with nothing. I go on Craigslist, find little moving, grass cutting hustles, little event hustles, you know what I'm saying? And I don't need no whole bunch of money. Just enough for cigarettes, eat out when I feel like it, you know what I'm saying? In case I need to bust a move. So that proceeds to happen. Now, mind you, at this point now, I've risen up the ranks at the recovery center, and now I'm in a leadership position. So, he really don't have no insurance. The hospital people, they tired of messing with him, but they don't want to just throw him out. So I think one of the hospitals, they end up putting him in a hotel for 30 days. But after 30 days, he don't know what he's gonna do. So I say, cuz, sometimes you might have to take a step back to move forward. Say, like, if you looking up a brick wall, you can't just scale that joint. You might have to take a few steps back, size that joint up, and make a run at it, get some momentum, and then, hit that joint up like that there. So I tell him, man, you can come down here and fuck with me, get out the city, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna look out for you on the smooth tip, you know what I'm saying? You do the little 60 days there, get to one of them houses like I was at, and put you another move together. You know what I'm saying? So I brought him down here with me. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm figuring maybe the Most High put me in this position to be able to help another brother. So mind you, I haven't seen him in a minute, and now I'm kind of in a new lane. So he's saying how, people treat me and how I'm interacting with others, and you know what I'm saying? Last time we seen, we was at the center, and I was, trying to bust a move, you know what I'm saying? So he gets out, he goes somewhere, and actually where I'm at now, saying it ain't working, da-da-da. So there's been a big influx of DC guys who are in the original town I went to high school in. So again, problem solved. So I'm like, oh, cuz, if you say the spot where you at ain't working, I know a whole bunch of Moes in the town where I grew up at that seem like it's more your speed. Why don't you link with them and get a trade down there? He does that. So after, he gets out or whatever, then I proceed to quit because of all the indiscretions that I have seen going on. And I'm not willing to just go along to get along for the most part. So now, mind you, he's down in the town that I went to school with. But I noticed over a period of time, he'd call me, talk about people, laugh, joke. But you in a wild situation. Yeah, it's comfortable there, but this comfortability gonna kill you unless you still have some initiative to fix your. But I noticed he would never call me, ask me, suggest yo, where's the college at, or what kind of job they got around here. You know what I'm saying? So I quit the job. Now, mind you, I keep my campaign going. So I went to solar school. I started DoorDash, because now I got a license back now. So now he's seen me. It took me about 2 years to get my license back. Now he see me with a license. None of that, because I was working on, establishing credit. I never had none. Then my credit was such that I got pre-approved, got a car. Now he's seeing the fruition of the things I've been working on and talking about. You see what I'm saying? So I go down and holler at him, but then I started noticing, like my spidey sense would tingle when I get around. And then he was starting to irk my spirit because now that I stopped working, now he's calling me like profusely about nothing. Now, mind you, my man, okay, cool. Yeah, you a little tender. I know that, but all right, do. But now I'm thinking, yo, for the rate at which he called, and he not talking about no like solution-oriented questions or ask no suggestions. Now I'm starting to wonder if you really bout what you say you bout. You know what I'm saying? So again, time proceed on. And then he's still complaining. He's still this. I'm like, yo, cuz. Now he start getting on my nerve. Why is you focused on? You say you want to get back to your kids. You say your ex-wife did you like this. Where is your fight back? Yeah, I know. And then he would get the puppy dog spirit whenever I would talk to him about something real. You see what I'm saying? But so we had one situation, right? So I used to have the bamma phone, but you can only have that joint for so long for your eligibility round up. So I had talked to him like right before midnight. I guess they shut it off after it turned 12 o'clock, so I don't know this. And my phone hooked to the Wi-Fi. So whereas though, I wake up in the morning about 9-ish, and he started like calling me super early in the morning for some odd reason. No, like there's no reason to call another man before 9 o'clock. Like why? But he's starting to get on my nerve, but I'm trying to work with him. Like folk don't work with me, you see what I'm saying? So like I get like 3 voice memos through Facebook and a couple Facebook messages like, yo bro, is everything all right? You know what I mean? I'm like, yeah, your phone's off. I just talked to you last night. Like I was in the house, like, what you mean? Just, you know what I'm saying? Like it's not that serious. Then I come downstairs and I called him from the house phone a couple times. He done left mess on my house phone. So then I see my phone off. I just go over out and get a phone. And I'm tempted not to give him this phone number because he's working my nerves. But I'm like, so I call him later on. And he go, oh yeah, what number you call me from? I said, nah, they cut off my government phone. I just went got another phone, yo. And he kind of sounded like, oh. It was like he wanted to hear something went wrong. Or he wanted to hear that I was in a situation that I didn't know what to do. You see what I'm saying? And I've been in a situation I don't know what to do. I just figure it out. I just go think and figure it out. That's what you're praying for. So I kind of took a mental note like, all right, whatever, let's shake it off. Now we vibing. I'm trying to fellowship with the brother. Because now he in the town and I can drive. So I just want to keep him up and, you know what I'm saying, kick it with him, you know what I'm saying, whatever. And then I noticed like he would just make these various little insinuating statements. Like one time I went to the movie and seen another homie, we all conversing. Now mind you, me and the homie, we talking about like some land, we talking about growing build, like we talking about some real deal Holyfield shit. He in the back, he not saying nothing out of nowhere. He said, yo Cal, somebody hit your car. So I know nobody hit my car, so I don't even pay him no mind. So then he said again, I said, bruh, like now I'm starting to get like, bruh, ain't nobody hit my car. I would know if somebody hit my car. Like, what would possess him to say that in the midst of the conversation we having? Shake that one off. Then one time he called me, say he went to the doctor, now he got diabetes. So again, I'm like, bro, dude, you know, we on improvement shit here. You keep talking about the doctor threatening cook that can't tell your foot, but there are certain things you can do during your death to put yourself in a better position health-wise. You see what I'm saying? Like stop eating pork rinds and watching Fred Sanford and shit. Eat some motherfucking salad, drink some water. That shit you can do. It's like you get mad when somebody can't help you, but you're not willing to do what you can do to help your damn self. You know what I'm saying? So he tells me they about to coat the Kenta's foot, you know what I'm saying? Diabetes do whoop. So I'm like, damn, cuz, what you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? I've been told you, change your diet, and you see me exercise. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I forgot what movie we saying. Man, after he told me that before I picked him up, I literally watched this man buy like a 128-ounce bucket of popcorn and the double 40 of Mountain Dew. Man, the shit was so big I couldn't even see the man. And he was sitting right next to me. The cup and the tub of popcorn was so big. I said, and I'm just like, the fuck? You know what I mean? And he left no survivors. I said, wow. But that's why we talking about how your spirit will perceive stuff that your conscious mind hadn't caught up to. But you just told me they're going to cook the Kenta of your foot. But then I just watch you put all this unhealthy food in your body. Man, you know what I'm saying? Then I'm delivering or I start door dashing. And then I started noticing, like when I went to Souls, like anytime I would tell them I'm doing something, or I've had various jobs that I end up not staying long at. Like if I say, okay, let's say I tell them I got a job at the warehouse working 3 to 11. Now mind you, like, you know, out of just respect for another man's time, Yo, he would call me like 2:45. I'm like, yo, I'm on my, like, I really don't have time to talk, but it's my mind, you know what I'm saying? And then let's say I get off at 11. You in the recovery house, y'all supposed to be winding down. I ain't even got out the building yet, and you didn't call me. Like, come on, bro. Or there's been situations where I had another job working overnight. He'll call me right before I go in at 11. I get off, let's say 7, whatever. You know, do. By the time I get up and check my phone, this man had called me before not like 8 o'clock in the morning, knowing I didn't work overnight. I'm like, yo, why is he doing this, yo? So then I'm starting to wonder, I'm like, yo, is he trying to be a hindrance or a distraction? You know what I mean? I was doing, you know, certain amount of my solar school was virtual. So we on the Zoom joint. So I tell him it's from this time to this time, you know what I mean? Woo, woo. He called me a couple times, I don't even answer. Then I just tell him later on. And then he called me again, and now mine's me on Zoom. So I'm ready to blow my top, and people like, yo, Calvin, you all right? Because I'm forgetting they can see me. I was like, oh, yeah, somebody just called me or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I text him back like, yo, cuz, why do you keep calling me, bro? Oh, my bad, I forgot. All right, fair enough. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to work with, you know what I mean? Fair enough. He won't do it the next day, and then the next day he called me again. I said, you know what? I'm about to rain the hammer in on this brother, man. About now, and because of because he kept calling me so much, it made me do a total recall over our entire friendship. And then when I thought about it, I said, yo, we be so say in treatment doing these various classes and NAA meetings and preaching this, preaching that, right? I said, yo, I haven't seen that man improve in nothing. I can't name one area he's gotten better in. I can't name one situation he's effectively navigated. Let him tell everybody doing him wrong. But then he will conveniently leave out the part he played in it as to why the situation turned out the way it turned out. So I'm like, yo, I'm going to have to X him out the game, yo. But in my goodness of my heart, I'm trying to work with him, but he's not giving me nothing to work with here. So, something happened. No, this is what it was. Now, mind you, I'm moving the groove, I'm delivering orders. So he keep banging my line. He banged my line like 5 times in like a couple of hours. So I can't really talk. And now it's getting to the point where I got to get my mind right to talk to you. So I text him back like, yo, I'll hit you later. And before I get a chance to hit him, he'll call me again. So now I'm frustrated. I text, yo, cuz, why do you keep banging my line? What do you, like, what's up, yo? Oh, I just want to see if you could take me to the store. Bro, if that's all it was for you to keep banging my line, you could have texted me that and got an answer. Yo, didn't I tell you I'm whoop de whoop? Oh, okay. And then he kind of like shifted like, well, if you was, what did he say? Something like, what they call that gaslighting where like, oh, if you was stressed out or something, you should just told me. Or, no, I'm not stressed out, but you stressed me. You know what I'm saying? Like that kind of type move. So I'm like, I'm going to X you out the game, yo. The one time I was delivering an order and he called me, and I think I was in a hotel. I said, yo, after I'm done, I'm going to hit you back. He said, all right. I get out the hotel, get back on the highway, calls me again. I said, yo, what the hell is wrong with this nigga, man? So I said, yo, I think that was the catalyst. And then now I try to get real with him. I said, yo, as your main man homeboy, I feel like I'm doing you a disservice, bro. From now on, when you call me, there's 2 things we're not talking about. Other people and the past. Because the vast amount of your substance of your conversation is about other people and what they should do, even though I ain't seen you do nothing. And the past that you don't seem to be trying to move forward from. Crickets. Puppy dog spirit. I'm like, man, whatever, yo. So the man did, I don't know, he did something, or he was just commenting wild on my Facebook jump. So I said, yeah, I'm done with cuz. Yeah, that's what it was. So, now mind you, I'm on Facebook, so you can see what somebody active on it, John. It's like, I'm waiting for him to hop off so I can block him on everything. It's like almost working on 1 o'clock. He's still on. I'm like, yo, it's just let me know, like, you not really, what are you doing on Facebook 1 o'clock in the treatment center, yo? But yet saying everything going wrong, but you're not telling me about what you're doing to make it right. You feel me? So I blocks him on everything, right? Yeah, I blocks him on everything. So he calls, now normally I don't answer, numbers I don't know, but he snuck through, and I was just fumbling around my phone. I think I hit it by mistake, or I thought it was somebody else's number to hit the joint. He called me from somebody else's phone, like, yo, bro, what's up, bro? I'm like, man, what's up, Carl? Now I'm treating him like a nigga I don't even know, because I don't know you. You know what I'm saying? So this is what sealed his fate. No, actually, this conversation was before I rained the hammer down, executed it. So no, that's what it was. This was before I actually pulled the trigger on it. So we having a real man conversation about his behavior and what I seen out of him and how what you say and what ends up happening, what you do don't match. And I'm not the talkative type, especially when I don't see your behavior matching. Like, man. And, you know, his brother and his grandfather, they would tell him basically the same thing. So this is what, and this is why I say if you let people talk long enough, like, they'll tell on themselves. Now, mind you, he said, well, cuz, again, the sympathy again, you know I like to talk. I said, hold up, cuz, let me stop you right there. Because now I'm tired. How you say you like to talk, but you're not good at it? Typically, anything you do, you get good at it. You say you like to talk, but like when we've been out and about in society, your conversation seems strange and with a tinge of sharpness. Why haven't you got good at interpersonal skills? Anytime you talk to anybody on the phone or in their face, you talking about you can't get nothing done, but like talking, but can't convince nobody to assist you in whatever it is you're trying to do. That's the reason you're talking to them. So we can throw that one out the window. So this is the point, and I marinated on after I got the phone with him. Now he say, man, bro, I know I'm calling you too much. I knew I was calling you too much, but whoop the whoop the whoop. And that one, and I ain't cut him off, but that one, boom, put a timestamp in my brain. So after I get off the phone with him, and that's when I started blocking him on everything. I had to wait for him to go to sleep. You say you knew you were calling me too much and still continue to do it. So you consciously know you're doing something that you shouldn't and do it anyway. What's your intent and motive for that? And I think here's what it was. Because like I helped him out, you know, numerous times, you know, with bread. I would look out for him, make sure, you know what I'm saying? And then with the help of Intuitive Anthony on here on YouTube, it helped me understand covert narcissism, where no matter what's going on, somebody doing them wrong. No matter what's going on, they got a sad story. Nothing is ever going right for them. Nothing. And that was him. I said, God darn, cuz. And then when you said you knew you shouldn't be calling me so much and continue to do it, now I feel disrespected. Now you know I'm working on other stuff and I'm outside the job and all that. Now you're trying to be a distraction. Now you're trying to be a hindrance. Now you're trying to be like SRBG say, bad luck Chuck. You know what I'm saying? Now you're attempting to divert me from my part by distraction with frivolous nothing. And it's not like I asked you any insight or wisdom because you ain't got none. Now you're attempting to extract my energy and get me off of focus. It'd be the ones closest to you. I said, God darn, cuz. So I went in and didn't feel bad about it either. Because I gave him about 1,000 chances. Boing. Then, so I X him out the game, right? You know what I'm saying? And actually, and here's how, and it played out. Like I be saying, I don't know if I got the gift of the prophetic or what. But I used to tell him certain shit like, yo, if you don't get on your campaign, you're going to be just like the same people you talking about. Like you superior to them, but you in the same boat as them. I think the funding ran out. So I actually, you know, a couple co-workers said they had seen him in the town I live at now. I think it was in a homeless shelter. You know what I'm saying? And I rode past him a couple times and didn't even look his direction. Because I don't even recognize that brother no more. He looked like somebody I know from the past, but I don't recognize him. And that's not to say I'm better or... Because I never want to be one of them brothers like, you know, I get a little money or whatever the case may be and act like I don't know nobody. You know what I'm saying? You fucking with me now. Like it'd been better if he'd have been on a tip of like, he trying shit, make a mistake. You know what I'm saying? I ain't seen him do nothing. He was going out like a sucker. So then, you know, we had mutual friends, you know what I'm saying, in the recovery world from here and in Baltimore. And then just in casual conversations, conversing with them, come to find out he was doing the same shit to them. Now I feel like, wow, you wasting my motherfucking time. You calling, panhandling through the phone and just call them, talk about nothing. And a lot of times, the only reason you have an attachment to those people is through me. You see what I'm saying? And it was just sad, bro. Like, damn, cuz. But this is the necessity of, you know, cutting people off. Now, I probably should have did it earlier, but I gave more than fair chance. You know what I'm saying? More than a fair shake. But again, like I said in the last video, once people perceive your energy and your goodness, they might want to bask in it for, you know, the benefit or whatever the case may be, or just being around someone who's just trying to be positive. But eventually, and I think this what happened, once he seen how other people respected me, how I stood on business, how I didn't need social validation, You know what I'm saying? I think he came to become jealous. Um, he's seen, you know what I mean, me work on things and establish things and continue to, make moves without a job and, you know what I'm saying, just stay in the fight. I think he became jealous of it. And I don't know if he consciously knew, but I think a spirit of, because I told him about the spirit of bitterness. I said, with all this bitterness, you're gonna like see everything through a dark lens and miss the blessing in it. Case in point, like I said, I told y'all about him having the way out and never took it out of fear, but you would complain about where you at, had a way out, didn't take it, and then went further back than where you was from when you started. He had a situation where he ended up getting because they were messing up with his food stamps, he ended up getting something like $2,200 in food stamps. And I remember him calling me and telling me, yo, I got $22 in food stamps, yo, what I'm gonna do with this? He said, what am I gonna do with this? Not what can I do with this? He messed around, gave it to his brother, and he stole all his food stamps, didn't give him nothing for it. And then when he needed it, he carried him like he was coming out of his way, you know what I'm saying, to give him food. I said, but you talk about these Baltimore cats, though. But a Baltimore cat wouldn't have went through that. He'd have had $2,200 in food. You could have gave him $2,200 worth of manure. He wouldn't have did nothing but Google where's the closest landscaping company and sold it to them. Again, being solution-based. And then you missed out on your blessings because you can't see the blessing because you're so negative and bitter and refusing to let go of the past and take in new information and evolve. The old me ain't working. So he gonna have to die even though I don't know how to kill him. So I'm gonna chip away at him. I'm gonna stab him up a little bit every day. And then once I get him on the ground or in the earth, I'm gonna make sure he stay there. You see what I'm saying? But this just goes to as you continue to level up, especially spiritually, the people who you're on a level with, they can't go to the next level unless they're on the same campaign. And then what happens is those people then become a hindrance unless they're operating the same way. Like the crab in the bucket type mentality. As long as y'all, scrounge around the bottom of the barrel, it's whatever. It's only until you start climbing up that they start trying to pull you down using subtlety. And then he would use these gaslighting tactics. I remember one time, I told him no when he asked me for some money. I told him no. And he said, oh, what, you broke? So I'm broke because I won't give you money. But you're the one broke asking me. You see what I'm saying? And I don't play the mind game. I cut all that shit off. Because what'll happen is you'll be trying to prove something to somebody that don't exist and got you all off focus. Now I'm trying to prove to a broke man I'm not broke. You know what I'm saying? It's just real in the battlefield, man. You know what I'm saying? And especially now, because now it seemed like people was getting hacked. Just like with the Ringo dude. Like, bro, it was all good just a week ago. He's now turned into almost boot gang. And I don't even want to make no more video about him. But like I said, he's still going hard. Then I seen some junk talking about Math Hoffa, which is in a totally different space with YouTube, gave him or try to hit him with a copyright joint. So he talking about he got YouTube investigating him and he gonna take his channel. Just a week and a half ago, he made scriptural based type of content. In a week and a half, I witnessed this man turn into the YouTube version of Genghis Khan. He's acting like he Hannibal, and he's just marauding around the YouTube streets, attempting to leave nothing but carnage in his wake, as he's almost trying to become the emperor of YouTube. Yo, this is sad, bro. I literally witnessed this happen in front of my eyeball, and I'm like, God darn. And he was well more versed in the scriptures. You know what I'm saying? But they say even the devil know the scriptures. But that's why I'm so diligent to just stay on top of myself, to not get big-headed, to not think I know some shit. Even though the stuff I be perceiving becoming true, I don't want to just walk around pompous like I know everything. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how you get late, thinking you know everything. Not being open to information or humbling yourself to receive new information. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's my man. That's a little story about my man DC Moe, the bamma of the week. And I can't believe he had the audacity after a year of me not talking to him to cash app request $50 from me. And that's what the brother Intuitive Anthony be talking about. Like, they'll leave you alone because they know you mad. But then they'll either use a third party or attempt to set up some chance encounter to see if you still on it because they know you empathetic. They trying to see if they can sneak back in. No, you can't sneak back in. I'm not playing out y'all. And here's the thing that also tripped me out, right? Because everybody like to run their mouth and do all this here. When you actually show people you are about the stuff that fly out your mouth and they see it, they're like blown away. They can't believe it because everybody jugging and finessing and lying and conniving and all that. So when you straightforward, one way, direct, respectful, humble, they're like, nah, it's that brother do something. Nah, it ain't no way. And I ain't perfect by a long shot, but I ain't living out here mad trife, B. Word up. If I gotta F you over to get to it, it ain't for me to have. Because here's the thing about me, I got a super bad conscience. I'd rather go through hell and shit don't work and I'm disappointed and I might have to go in the woods and holler and scream and do all that. But when I lay down at night, at least I ain't do no sucker shit. And when I wake up in the morning, I can look myself in the face. But, hey, you went to war with it though. You ain't win that time, but hey, dust yourself off like a lid said and try it again. Here we go, baby. And this is probably not gonna work. But what else am I gonna do with my time? Do what my homeboy DC Moe did and talk about niggas and become all better because my reality ain't what I want it to be. It'll be what I want it to be if I start every day trying to carve it out. You know what I'm saying? But with that one, man, I've been on here too long, man. I'm gonna holler at y'all, man. Ooh,